Hello, this is Slingshot Warrior coming to you with an update on Bo Krause, for Bo Krause, on his new slingshot. Now, I want to show this in the slingshot in its secondary form, just to show you how I put the forks together. Now, you saw the last part of the process, okay? Now, what I did was simple. I took these plastic tubes that you basically a scented candle air freshener cone. At the bottom part, you got to cut out the bottom part with a heavy pair of scissors, and then burn them. I literally buy a lot of these because the tubes are very useful. Now, you saw the plastic sticks that I attached to the forks on the wire hanger part, and how I did that. Well, the reason I did it like that and had these like little bumps on these sides and fin underneath it, that's kind of like how you would that. Those are attachment kind of things. That's how you like click attach kind of. Except in this way, what I do is simple. Is I put t-shirt cloth, kind of like from t-shirt like this. Um, T-shirt is stretchy. Um, and I put it over the plastic sticks. Not before I measure it and burn it down and measure the plastic stick to the tube, to the plastic tube. As you can see the t-shirt cloth is still in there. Now, what I do is I I take the plastic and I take the plastic and I put the tube over. I take the plastic stick and I take the t-shirt cloth and I put the tube over the plastic stick. And then I cut the bottoms end off. And one by one, I take it into the back room and I use Gorilla Glue. And I've talked about the importance of Gorilla Glue. Now, I found by mistake years ago that when Gorilla Glue absorbs into cloth, particularly t-shirt cloth, it becomes as hard as wood. And that's what happens. It absorbs into the Gorilla Glue absorbs into the cloth, and it becomes as hard as wood. Now, what I do in this situation, if you want to see, is that I start out and I Gorilla Glue these both the bottom ends. Well, before I do that, I cut the t-shirt cloth at the bottom. I cut it really with a pair of scissors. Then I Gorilla Glue this part, and I basically have it. I have it on a. I put it on. I found like a foam kind of block, like a foamy block that had holes in it. So I use that to as a stand for this. And you can use whatever you want to stand it. And I let it absorb, and then I put an extra coat of Gorilla Glue. Number one, to fill in the rough edges and make it smoother when I'm lashing it, as you can see. And when I'm done, what I do is that the cloth ends of these Gorilla Glue, the cloth ends of these forks, are basically Gorilla Glued as well, in a way that, as you can see, is pretty much designed to harden it, just like the ends, and to give it a backstop when you're lashing it. And because you're going to be putting on tabs over this. Now, someone asked me what kind of bands I use and how I. Well, this is pretty much what I use. Pretty much, this is stuff I get from Walmart. I cut it myself on a rotary cutter, which isn't a power tool. It's a something the slingshot shooters use, and people who in fabrics and textiles. You find the arts and crafts section at your Walmart or local arts and crafts store. It's basically a mix between a pizza cutter and a box cutter. It comes with a plastic ruler and a grid pad, and it cuts some. It has like measurement grids on it, and it cuts this rubber pretty well, and it cuts it into nice strips. And that's what I do. I have several versions of this you can get. I bought some of these. There's some of these come in these girly colors. If you're basically making a slingshot for a girl, it comes in handy. It comes in pink and greens and these and there's these colors. There's the gray, and there's the blue. I'm probably going to be using gray for Bo Krause's bands. It's going to be double banded, very powerful. And I'm basically what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to lash this and to the point where it's thick, because this stuff is hard and it just lashes on thick. And there's a way of doing this. More on this later. Bye.